There's this video I saw about a year ago by Sniss where he talks about just making things. He'd been making videos for about a year when he made this, and was just kind of talking about his journey as a YouTuber and generally as a creative, and yeah, I don't like that word very much, but that is what he is, and it is what I am. I left a comment on this video thanking him for expressing his thoughts and experiences because I felt it mirrored what I was going through at the time. And I bring all that up because I guess that's what this is. I'm really bad at conveying my thoughts without a script, but I've wanted to make something like this for a while. Something where I don't put a lot of effort into it, I just have some bullet points to sort of ramble about, and I just wanted to convey my current vibe in time. This might be the only video on this channel ever, or it might turn into a regular place to rant, I don't know. Back a long time ago when I first started, my first proper project, I showed all of the creators that I was intending to bastardize the format of and the general sort of content. And of all of those, I think Star was probably the biggest influence on me. I watched that guy a lot when I was growing up, and it's a little weird that now Jerma has evolved from the funny scout to an internet cryptid, but yeah, I still love them both. There's another video by Nerdcubed where he talks about something like this. It was intended to be a joke video about making traps in Minecraft, and he blew it all up, and so instead he made a how to make YouTube video. And that video, I think, was the first thing I ever saw on this platform that made me go, wow, I can do this, which is a little weird to think back on now. Because I've been on YouTube as a platform for 10 years, something like that. It's easily the site I have the most hours on. And I pretty much know how the site works pretty intrinsically, which I think has given me an edge in marketing my content and stuff, and generally making videos, making them interesting to watch and fun to watch and engaging and stuff. Because I know that every fucking viewer has ADHD. Everyone clicks off if you're silent for 2 seconds, so I cut all that shit out of my videos, edit it down to a fine pint. That's why this is so weird for me to do. I've never done anything I've never spoken off the cuff before. I'm worried that if I stop talking, I'm gonna lose my train of thought. But, I've gotten told by a lot of people, and I get regularly told that what I'm making is underrated, and I suspect I'll probably explode at some point in the next year. And that I suspect will probably be very nice. But it's been very rewarding to see that, and to have been given all that nice feedback. I try not to be massively egotistical, even when I jump up to 100,000 or whatever, if I ever get there, that is. I doubt it will change me very much. I don't tend to look at the numbers, and I really am just sort of keeping my head down, gonna keep working on stuff. I don't really have any what the fuck am I even gonna spend any money on if I do? I would like food, and maybe a computer upgrade or two. I don't exactly intend to spend okay, we got Mr. Beast, he makes fucking horrible thumbnails, and he makes these, they get billions of views, and he makes bajillions of dollars, and he is the most fucking successful creator ever made, right? And he uses all that money, he sends it back into his videos, and he makes these giant projects. I hope I never get that amount of money, and I don't ever want the responsibility of having to make a project that big. I think maybe once it would be cool. It's so hard to convey, but he's Mr. Beast is if you took a big budget, not even necessarily big budget, but a relatively large budget production, and instead of using that to make a movie, you use it to make a YouTube video, and somehow it works out for him. He gets all the money back through sponsors and stuff. It's great. I'm glad it works for him. But that was a long ass tangent. Basically, I'm never going to be that successful, and I'm happy with that. I don't want to be that successful. If the people that give me money, the very, very nice people out there who give me money, I will never spend their money. And I am so confident in this, I'm going to put it on the record. I will never spend their money on stupid shit. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. I mean, I might also fucking use it for tuition and stuff, but you know, that's, who knows. But yeah, I keep my head down, I keep working, and currently making stuff weekly has been really helpful, because if you sit down and you make something weekly and you force yourself to do it, like I have, specifically in the YouTube environment, you may not like it. Generally, after I get done on a project, I don't really like the video very much. Like the Yorick one I put out, I don't like. I really don't remember anything about them either. I don't know if other creators have experienced this, but I have really bad memory of my own projects and stuff. I remember very few sections of any of my videos. I remember like maybe a few chunks, maybe a few parts of scripts and stuff, but never whole projects. If you asked me what my Halo video was about, I couldn't really tell you. But as a creator, perfectionism is the curse of the creator, because if you sit there on a project, like let's take my Payday series. I wanted to make a gigantic, like 4-hour long Payday project that was doomed from the start, okay? I spent a month of my life writing that script. So it came out to like 1 billion words. I don't even remember, like script's like 50,000 words or something. Way too many words. Like, first off, you're never gonna be able to get yourself to edit that much. Like it's way too monumental, it's way too large. Secondly, no one's gonna watch it. It's way too long. It's unwatchably long. And third, you're gonna hate it. And that is what ended up happening. I detested it. I got, in my script, I had it broken up into 4 sections. I was going to talk about Payday the Heist, I was going to talk about Payday 2's base, and then I was going to talk about all of the Payday 2 DLC, and then I was going to finish up with the secret arc and, like, Payday 3, and, like, everything that's come after that. Everything that's come after the secret arc. And you may notice, if you have watched those videos, that third part didn't happen. But the other parts did, mostly. And that this is exactly what happened. This is exactly what I said would happen, which is I made that script. It was way too long and it was way too large. I wrote a video essay for every heist in the game, and then I told myself I am going to sit down and edit a video essay for all of the like 100 heists in Payday 2, and then I'm going to put them into an unwatchably long video. Absolutely insane of me to think that I was capable of that. I was not. Instead, the first two parts did happen. I did talk about Payday the Heist, and I talked about Payday 2's base in the first 2 Payday videos that went out. One of the animators even saw that, the one that I mentioned in the video, which was really bizarre. The third part, I was dealing with some medication problems, and it didn't materialize. I don't think there's any universe out there where I managed to make it happen. It was so impossible of a task to like actually sit down and do that. Like, so much of that script was the fucking DLC. Oh my god. Haunts my nightmares. But if you keep a weekly schedule, it prevents this from ever happening, because you are going to hate your projects. At this point, I think it's inevitable. Once I finish a project, I'm going to hate it no matter what. Once I get to about the halfway point, 75% point, I'm going to hate the project. It is inevitable. I'm just going to want to move on to the next thing, and I'm not going to want to look at it anymore. And keeping a weekly schedule means I hate it, but it gets finished, and other people see it, and other people like it. Because other people didn't have to go through the like misery. Well, I say misery. It's a very enjoyable process, but like the slog of making it, like writing it, recording for it, like getting all the narration done, editing it, like it's a whole process. I don't have like a team. It's just me. I make everything. So when other people don't have to go through all of that and they just see the end product, like they just like the video. And putting out more stuff is always good, because while I might not like it very much, like other people do, which is the most important thing. And I've experienced this from the other side a lot. I was a viewer for 10 years before I ever put anything on the platform. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, an unhealthy, like no restricted computer access amount of videos growing up, and very rarely did I ever notice any video editing mistakes, or did I ever pick up on a creator not liking their own work unless they very explicitly stated it in that same video. So I understand what it's like to be on the other side of the coin. You don't notice as a viewer. Like, I could include ungodly amounts of editing issues in my videos and no one would ever notice. I stress over audio a lot, but realistically it doesn't really matter. Like if you screw up like a clip, people just assume it's intentional. At least I did. I don't know, maybe I was just like an absolute moron, but anytime that I've seen an editing issue now, it's very clearly like a video editing mistake is how I view it now. But back then, I just thought they were intentional. Like when you see those 1 frame long black screen gaps that DaVinci Resolve does sometimes, I thought that was intentional. No, it's an editing error. They fucked up. Okay, I just had more ideas for things to rant about, but I think I should probably say that for another time. I don't know what footage I'm gonna use for this. But thanks for watching. Is anyone ever gonna click on this? What am I doing?